found it. This is the Radio Lawrence podcast where we discuss local art, politics, and community. Thanks for joining us as we host conversations with the people that make up the fabric of our town. I am your host, Shane Powers. Joining us today is the director of the Lawrence Busker Fest. Welcome, Richard Renner, to the show.
Glad to be here, man.
So glad to have you. I want to start out with your personal history with Lawrence. Are you from Lawrence?
No, but I've spent enough money here to feel like it. I went to school here in the late 70s and early 80s, left, went to Kansas City, and came back in 2002 to get married. And that didn't last, but I stayed anyway. And
Lawrence lasts.
Lawrence lasts, yeah. Lawrence was bigger than my marriage, that's for sure. So, and I've been here ever since 2002, yeah.
Okay, and you started the Busker Fest in 2008, is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
What drove you to do this?
Unemployment.
It is a powerful motivator, isn't it?
Unemployment. Well, that was the year of the Great Recession, and I had almost all of my contracts canceled.
What kind of contracts?
Gigs.
Oh, you are a performer yourself.
I am a performer myself.
What is your art?
Well, you've seen those guys on the Busker Street. Some of that is I do juggling and stilt walking and unicycling and fire eating and you name it, man. I do a lot of other silly things too.
Is this brace on your arm related to that?
No, that's just old age.
Oh, okay.
Which is related to everything nowadays.
It definitely puts a hinder on the stilt walking, huh?
It puts a hinder on a few things, but it's a conversation piece now. So yeah, that was what I was doing, and my gigs got canceled, and I was walking around downtown. And said, well, you know, I had done street work before in Kansas City and in other cities as well. I thought it'd be nice just to work without having to have a contract or someone say I want you to work here. And I thought it's time to do street performing again. So I was walking around downtown, and I saw some pretty pitiful panhandlers and some mediocre musicians, and I thought, oh man, we could do so much better than this. And I'd been to a couple Busker festivals before, and I thought, well, Lawrence could do that. And I went over to Downtown Lawrence Incorporated, where Jane Pennington was the director, and she liked the idea, and she said, here's some money. Do it.
That works out. And so you took this seed money and you've started a nonprofit organization, right?
That's right. So we work off of arts grants and things like that. Yeah.
And you have grant writers that you work grant writers that secure these funds for you, or you take care of that yourself?
I wish I had grant writers. No, it's me. It's me. And I've learned a lot. I really have. This job as an event producer has taught me so much more. It's like a continuing education course. It's taught me so much more than I could ever have foreseen or hoped for. I now know more about power supplies and porta potties than any one person should.
I'm sure that there are a lot of hats to wear in that particular position, and clown hat is only one of them, right?
Actually, that's a hat I take off for that job, yeah.
It's very serious business, producing a very fun festival.
Right.
So you're now in the 18th year of this. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the event itself.
Sure.
Where it is, what it is. Let's start with the location and the date.
Okay, location is downtown Lawrence on 8th Street. 8th Street on both sides of Mass. We have to open up Mass. We have to keep Mass open.
Okay.
People don't like it when we close down Mass. We tried that once. They really didn't like it. So, in fact, a lot of this festival right now is the culmination of all sorts of trial and error. We've gone from 2 days to 3 days to 4 days, then back to 3 days again. We've been in probably 12 different locations over 18 years, but this one we're kind of locked into, and it seems to be working the best.
And so when you say both sides of Mass, you're talking about the east and west.
8th Street from Vermont to Massachusetts.
But Mass Street is still passable.
Mass Street is open, then the rest of the festival is Mass Street over to New Hampshire, and then down a half a block on New Hampshire. It's like an L shape.
Okay.
From there. There's a map on the website. Just go there.
What is that website?
Oh, glad you asked. LawrenceBuskerFest.com.
Got it. Okay, so we've established the parameters of location. What are the dates for this year's festival?
May 22nd to the 24th It's Memorial Day weekend. Every year it's Memorial Day weekend, not Memorial Day, just the weekend. And even that changed over many years. Originally, we had it in August. It was Jane's big idea to have it downtown to draw the students when they get back to classes. And well, guess what? They never showed up. And we ended up just doing it a couple years in the worst heat imaginable down there. So it wasn't until then I almost saw a magician die on the street that I said, we got to change this. So,
August on Mass Street's a tough place to spend the day.
Yeah,
walking around.
Well, that's the other
breathing
part
fire.
Too. Yeah, breathing fire, making it hotter. Yeah, so the people just weren't showing up during the day. So, and now we're in a cooler time of year. We have to watch out for the rain now, which is another thing. But so far, so good.
So we've got May 22, 23, 24. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday of Memorial Weekend.
That's right.
And what are the hours of this?
Starts at 5 o'clock on Friday night and goes to around 10:30-ish. Then we start up again around noon on Saturday, and that goes till 10:30. And then we do it again on Sunday. Starts up at noon and goes to about 6.
Got it. So we've established the when and the where. What are we going to see? What kind of performers do you have?
Well, the one unique thing about street performing is just the element of surprise. Walk around a corner and there's someone with a dog act. Walk around another corner and there's someone creating poetry right there on the street. And so what I like to do is put in a lot of surprises for people to be thrilled by. Like, this year we're bringing in a flea circus. Oh, man, they're awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen one or heard of them.
I've only seen a flea circus in Looney Tunes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is the old-fashioned kind. It comes in a suitcase, and it's a gimmick. It's just a big gizmo.
No.
Yes, I know. It's shocking. But it's just a big gizmo, but the people who run it they have so much fun with it. At one time, they pull out a whip.
Is it a regular size whip or a little tiny flea whip?
It's a regular sized whip,
okay.
man. He'll crack a flea in half, boy. The fleas start minding them when they pull out the whip, and so yeah, they do that. This couple is from New Orleans, and they're coming up here to do other things as well. One of them is the Loud Mime. Yes, and he lives
oxymoronic.
I know he lives up to his moniker, and he's just one of the funniest acts I've ever seen, and he's a darn good juggler and a really good circus skills guy. But his patter with the audience, to me, it's an old fashioned vaudeville act. Mm-hmm. I mean, here it is, folks, and tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun. You say, yeah, that kind of thing, and it's just so great. And then another guy we have coming in for the first time ever is John Higbee, the Yo-Yo Man, and John has like 4 different Guinness World Book records in yo-yo, the most matches lit out of someone's mouth at one time, that kind of thing.
It's a pretty exciting yo-yo show.
Don't try this at home, kids. Go to your grandparents' home.
So where do you find these people?
Oh, it's word of mouth, and I just stay tuned and see people on the street and hear it from other people, and we have an application on the website, and we get people through that as well. We get solicitations from all over the world now, people from Italy and Russia and South America and things like that. And
do you impose limits on how many times? I mean, I assume that when somebody comes once and then they go, wow, that was incredible, I'd love to come to perform next year. How do you keep it from being the same show?
If it works out, then I usually give an act 2 to 3 more repeats, like year after year, mm-hmm. back after back, and then out of the roster last year, I've replaced about a third of them. So I rotate a portion and keep a portion and just keep moving around like that.
Gotcha. So if we saw something last year that we really, really enjoyed, there's a modicum of chance that we'll see them again. And then maybe some new favorites as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't please everybody, but I can please at least 2/3 of them. So.
All right. That's pretty good, I think, as far as averages go. So you had mentioned that you got started in this with Downtown Lawrence Incorporated. Obviously, you've grown into a much larger organization than just working with the downtown businesses. Free State is your title sponsor. You've got your Free State beer shirt on. What other sponsors do you work with, and how does that relationship work? What do they get? What do they?
What we like to do is instead of just having sponsor levels like some festivals have, like gold, silver, bronze, etc. What I like to do is offer a sponsor a legitimate property or something. Like they can sponsor a performer, or they can sponsor a stage. Like one of our original acts, Mama Lou Strong Woman, who was here and was just beloved by the whole community, and she was one that we brought back year after year after year because everyone just loved her. Well, she retired, and now she sponsors a stage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is she a local?
No, she lives in San Antonio, and she's an event producer, oddly enough. She just went down the food chain, I'm afraid. And now she sponsors a stage here.
What does that look like? She's promoting her own event? Or
we put her logo on the stage and announce it, and it gets promoted that way.
Great. What other local sponsors do you have for this yeyear? I'm sure they like it when you call them out on.
Brits has been our standard sponsor ever since we started.
Okay.
Busker basically is a British term for street performer. So they recognize the British tradition of street performing, and they jumped in right away. This year we have Lawrence Business Magazine. My good friend Steve is a part of that, and he's always been a big supporter of almost everything I do. KPR supports us with a sponsorship, and we let them sponsor the musician pitch.
Let's talk about the musician's pitch.
All
so
right,
in addition
let's
to jugglers and flea circuses and strong women, we're also going to see music.
Yeah, the musician's pitch is basically all local.
Okay,
all local. Larry Carter, who is our manager of that site, does he also runs Tuesday night concerts at the Arts Center. So he's in touch with a lot of the local artists, and he puts together a killer roster for us. On the musician's pitch, we've got Easy G and the Blue Notes, House Blue Rockers. That's on one night. We've got Zydeco to Go. Those are my favorite guys. They were in the original Busker Festival in 2008 too, so they've been around forever.
Is that the Washboard?
Yeah, Barry Washboard Barnes and Tommy Sherwood.
Okay.
And it's the happiest music on earth, man.
Those guys have been playing downtown. I've been around Lawrence for 20 years, and they've always been around.
Forever. And Sugarfoot Detour is going to be there. Another new feature, an old feature that we're bringing back is the Poetry Alley. And we're going to put that in the alley over by the Antique Mall. The little breezeway
pass through there.
And Sarah Misconception Glass, a rapper and poet from Kansas City, is in charge of that for me, and she's put together a lineup of over a dozen poets. And it's kind of a cool thing to do, just to go and sit. It's
going to be like a beat poetry kind of thing where
who knows? I have no idea. This is Sarah's baby, and I trust her. And,
okay.
And it's just, it's going to be poetry and spoken word, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit of music involved. The other partner of the Flea Circus is a street poet where she sits there with a typewriter, and you give her some money, and she'll make up a poem for you just right there on the spot.
Very cool.
I know.
Sort of a caricaturist kind of.
That's right. Yeah, poetry caricaturist. That's a great way to put it.
I love the concept of walk up and engage on a one-to-one basis and leave with some kind of thing.
That's right. It is.
I love all of the performances. It's great to watch somebody breathe fire and the acrobats on the street, but there's something special about. The one-to-one, like a caricaturist, where you go up, they draw your picture, they hand it to you, and then you have that little memento.
Well, along the same lines, we have Poppin' Penelope from Omaha, who makes these amazing balloon creations. I mean, the best ones I've ever seen, and she'll be there too.
Awesome.
Giving something for the kids to take away. One thing I want to mention also is that we have Jamie Mossegren, otherwise known as the Unicycling Unicorn.
Okay.
I know. It's a shtick, man.
I mean, the whole thing is a shtick, right?
It's a big old shtick.
So he's a unicycling unicorn.
He dresses in a rainbow jumpsuit and rides this goofy unicorn on a 12-foot unicycle. But in addition to that, Jamie holds the world record for riding the tallest unicycle in the world.
It's taller than 12 feet?
44 feet.
That's terrifying.
He had to do it in an arena with a harness on, of course. But they made a documentary about it. And that documentary is going to be showing on Thursday, May 21st at the Arts Center at 7:30.
Great. Okay, so sort of a preamble to the Busker Fest.
Jamie will be there. He'll be taking questions and probably doing a couple tricks as well. And that, once again, is free to attend as well. It's just donations at the door.
So you've got a big thing built up here. We're starting with Thursday night. We've got a film about one of the performers, and then we're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. All kinds of performances, all evening, and then Monday it's just gone and over.
God,
you have a follow up.
Yeah, nothing left but wagon tracks and popcorn sacks. The circus is all gone. Yeah, we close up Sunday night, and then, like the rest of America, we take Monday off.
So, given the nature of wagon tracks and popcorn sacks, is what you've said, someone's got to pick up all these popcorn sacks, right? And you said that it's just you. So,
no.
Who do you enlist a volunteer?
I have volunteers, and I hire people to do the cleanup. Perhaps that's the biggest lesson I've learned, Shane, in this whole process is that I have to do whatever it is that I forgot to tell somebody else to do. And so
it'll make a good memory out of it.
Oh my God. So I've learned to find other people, good workers. I have such a good crew. These people that come back every year and do their job for me, sound and stage managers, a volunteer coordinator, a vendor coordinator, and these people we hire for trash and cleanup and things like that.
And the majority of those people work on a volunteer basis? Or
No.
You have...
No. Those people are paid.
Great.
Yeah.
How many volunteers do you keep?
Do we keep? Well, very few of them come home with me. So I don't know. It'd be nice if I get a volunteer to clean up my house. But it's different every year. It's different. We usually have around 5 to 10 volunteers.
And then if somebody... I'm sorry. I was getting ready to ask the follow-up question, and your answer shocked me. You have 5 to 10 volunteers?
Yeah.
How do you get it all done?
It doesn't take much.
It seems like such a big production.
Well, that's the illusion, Shane.
That's show business, kid.
That's show business, kid. Yeah. No, we have a volunteer application on our website if anyone wants to sign up, and you get a free T-shirt and you get a free sandwich or a meal.
I also saw in the advertisement that I was guaranteed a career in show business.
That's right, kid. Keep sweeping.
We'll be rich and famous one of these days.
That's right.
So you said it's lawrencebuskerfest.com, and there's, I assume, a volunteer button that's readily...
Yeah,
are you still accepting volunteers for this year's show?
Oh, yeah, you bet we are. Yeah, it's under support. It's under the support link, and you go and it says volunteer info, and there's an application there.
Gotcha. So it seems like you've been pretty successful with this thing. You've kept at it for 18 years. Right. Have you ever considered, oh my God, I just totally lost the word. Hold on while I think of it.
Doing something else?
Have you ever...
Retirement?
Have you ever considered not doing that? No. Have you ever considered like franchising or going on a road show?
We tried that. To some success. We had a couple... We helped produce an event in Tulsa called the Tulsa Carnival. Mm-hmm. And we helped produce an event in Austin, which was a busker festival associated with an arts festival. And what I learned in that was that for me to be able to do that successfully in other cities, I need a strong partner already established in that city.
Yeah. And
we lost, both in Austin and in Tulsa, we lost our partner They just went on to do other things. And so it made it hard for me just to show up and do a Busker Festival because I didn't know the community.
Yeah.
That's what's really is essential. You got to know the community and the people and the businesses and everything else.
Gotcha. A part of this this whole interview process that I'm really trying to get off the ground. If you're listening to this show right now, I'm gonna stop and speak directly to the audience. Before each interview, I post on Facebook, we're going to interview Richard Renner. What questions would you like to ask Richard? And to my audience, I would like to say that is not a rhetorical question. I really would love to include in these interviews a questions from the audience section where we just discuss whatever people want to hear about. In the case of your interview, you got one more question than pretty much everybody else, which is to say you got one question. And Tim Dingus wants to know, what drives you to do this every single year?
Well, Tim is one of my sound managers, and he was told to ask that. So,
man, you just tore me down.
No. He did it on his own volition. What drives me to do this every year? Well, I tell you, it isn't the money, because there's been many years when I haven't gotten paid anything for doing this, and so when that happens, usually what happens is some moment that I'm never quite sure of. I will be watching a show and I will hear a cheer go up, a yell, a big enthusiastic response, and my heart will just get full. And at that moment I say, I just got paid. So
it's all about the warm and fuzzies.
There's not enough of those.
Amen.
Yeah.
So you're not getting wealthy from the Busker Fest. What is it that you do for your own 9 to 5?
I'm still a performer. Yeah, I'm still doing gigs.
And you sustain yourself through juggling, stilt walking?
Yeah, more or less. I'm old enough now to draw Social Security, so that helps. But
yeah, that's good.
No one's going to get rich on that.
And will we typically find you downtown performing?
No.
Or you go...
No, I don't do street performing anymore. Hey, kids, come over, watch an old man fall down.
I mean, there's might be some value in that. You might get a few takers.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mainly do fairs and festivals and things like that. Like this week, I'm going out to Garden City to the zoo where they have an Earth Day. I have a vehicle called the Recycle Cycle, which is an art car that kids play with, and it's all made out of trash and found items and stuff that they would have under their bed, and it's made into a car that that squirts water. It's got games on it. It lights up. It makes noises.
I feel like I've seen this in the Art to Go parade.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
I thought so.
Because of that parade, I can advertise the car as award-winning.
Yeah. Well, you won.
Everybody wins an award in the Art to Go parade.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm taking that down there, and I also have a show called the Recycle Show as well, where I have another gizmo called the Recyclenator that's just made out of found items, and I do a whole show around putting trash in the Recyclenator and having it make it into recyclable goods and things like that. And so I do that. That's an aspect.
Is this all part of your shtick, or is there an ecological underlay here that?
Well, there is
a lesson to be learned.
Of course, there is, but it's a way of me creating a product that's teaching something that I believe in, and doing it with fun too. I make sure that first and foremost it's a clown show. Second you might learn something. So,
and what do you look like? You said it's a clown show. What do you?
I'm not a traditional clown. Kids, calm down. It's okay. I'm not a traditional clown, not at all. At the most, I'll wear a red nose, but that's it. That's it. That's the only makeup I have.
And maybe some curly hair, but that's it. But just the nose and the hair.
No curly hair, no big feet, nothing like that. You can go to richardrenner.com and see complete pictures of me. For the Recycle Show, I'm just a guy in a red jumpsuit. That's all.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting gig that I got this year. I'm going back to Worlds of Fun. They got a kids fest there, and I'm going to be there in June and July performing. I got my start at Worlds of Fun in 1986. And yeah, we just show up in the middle of the road or the street or wherever, and do a couple shows. It was me and a magician and another juggler, and a traditional fall down clown too, and a belly dancer. And we were the street gang, and boy, we acted like a gang. They were so glad to get rid of us by the time we were done.
Do you pick up any skills from your fellow buskers? Like, do you have magic tricks in your bag, and can you do?
No, but I know how to. I know how to drive a nail up my nose.
I've seen that one go down a couple of times. It's pretty off-putting.
Yeah. It's off-putting, but it's not that hard.
Well, based on the people that I've seen do it, I think that difficulty is probably not necessarily.
They are all suffering from brain damage, yes.
So how much of the Busker Fest falls into that category that perhaps this is derogatory and I'm going to get run out on a rail, but those are what I refer to as a freak show. Is that?
Oh, no, that's a geek show.
Oh, I apologize.
A freak is someone who is that way by birth. A geek is someone who's chosen to be that way.
Okay, and how much of the Busker Festival consists of these physical acts and oddities?
Well, all of them. Yeah, if you want. Yeah, like people ask me to explain what they do, and I said, well, they're unique people with useless skills. Yeah, not an accountant among them, and but you've got Jamie, for some reason, decided to ride the world's tallest unicycle. We've got Tricks of the Light, whose whole 45 minutes is nothing but setting stuff on fire.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, everything except themselves. And
we hope.
Yeah,
he hopes.
and at one point, and I can't speak for everybody, but at one point, I looked at stuff like that and said, "Hey, I want to do that." And nobody was there to stop me. So I did it. So,
have you ever had anybody get injured at the festival? A performer that?
No, we actually haven't. In fact, I was remarking to Tim the other day. We're cleaning out the production trailer, and I said, we've got all these fire extinguishers. We've never used one of them once.
You better check those.
We have.
And
that's what we were doing.
Make sure your first aid kit's up to snuff.
And first aid kits barely get touched. Yeah, these people are professionals, man. They do this for a living, and when you do that, and your mortgage depends on it, when you do that, you're going to do it right.
You might make a little extra tips if you fall off the top of that 40-foot unicycle.
Yeah, a little controversy is always good, I suppose. Yeah,
absolutely. So, Richard, that's pretty much what I've got for you in terms of a pre-prepared interview. I want to move on now to the final section of the interview, which is called the lightning round.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this.
All right.
Yeah. Have you seen the Colbert questionnaire?
No. I've never heard of him. Who's Colbert?
Oh, jeez. You were born in 1986, weren't you?
I'm joking. I'm a fan of Stephen Colbert, and
yeah.
I liked his work on The Daily Show and Colbert
he does this
Report. Thing
called the Colbert questionnaire, and what you do reminds me of that.
Well, I never claimed to be the most original interviewer in the world. I just made up the job for myself and took it. If anybody else wanted to dethrone me, then
that's a self-employed artist right there, man.
Absolutely.
That is it.
I thought, what this town needs is someone to sit around and talk to other people. And I was like, I'm pretty good at running my mouth. I could do that.
I've been impressed.
I appreciate that. In the lightning round, I've got 10 questions for you. You can answer them in as few or as many words as you see fit. No explanation is necessary if you don't want, and I will not be asking any follow-up questions. Are you ready?
Can I flip or skip?
No.
No?
No, you have to answer even if it's a lie.
Oh, okay.
What is your favorite place in town for date night dinner?
Oh, well, my girlfriend and I were just there. We were at Send Zero. Yep.
What is one song that you turn off immediately?
Oh. God, what is it? Journey turns me off completely. If I hear any Journey coming on, it's gone.
What is one conspiracy theory that you believe has merit?
Oh, boy. Conspiracy theory that I believe has merit. Well, Emily gave the answer I wanted to give. The
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. Yeah.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I have a picture of me at 5 years old in a clown outfit. So there.
The whole clown outfit with the nose and
it was the bag suit clown and the pointy hat and the ruffle collar. Yeah.
Are you superstitious?
No. Jeez, sorry about that. I put a vibration through all the microphones.
It's okay. Well, everything's attached.
Okay.
What is one irrational fear that you have?
Irrational fear that I have. I was actually thinking the other day. I don't know when I'm afraid. Sometimes, I'll feel something, and later on I'll say, "Wow, that was fear," but I went ahead and did it anyway. So maybe my fears are. I don't know how to put this. My feeling of fear is irrational. My knowledge of fear is irrational. Maybe that's the best way I can put it.
What is the best soup?
Best soup? Well, I'm currently digging the Southwest chicken soup at Panera. Yeah.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I like time travel because there's a lot of things I like to go back and redo.
What is your most unforgettable Busker Fest experience?
My most unforgettable experience at Busker Festival. We've only had 2 rainouts in 18 years. And one year, it was in 2019, that was the all-women's Busker Festival, by the way. And we were the first one to do it. I don't care what those people in Italy say. And the Saturday night just poured buckets. And I remember that the Art Center, God bless them, they opened up the Art Center and they brought in all the performers to work on the stage. They even brought in some of the vendors to sell food in the lobby and things like that. Meanwhile, Mr. Director, production guy, is chasing down barricades, blowing and floating down New Hampshire Street outside, and picking up porta potties that had fallen over, things like that. So that's not quite an endearing memory, but by God, that's stuck in my mind.
I did say unforgettable.
Yeah.
And I am going to break my no follow-up questions rule because I feel like it's important to interject here. Does the show go on rain or shine? I mean,
well,
obviously,
rain will stop us.
Okay.
But we have a rain plan that we go to either Abe and Jake's, the Art Center, or the Granada, and we put on a big group show.
How do you get that word out? If it rains, how do you tell everybody where you'll be?
We have signs that go up on site. We immediately put it out on the socials, and people find it.
Okay.
But we've only had to do it twice. So there's knock on wood.
More knocks.
Yeah,
more knocks on the wood.
Yeah.
All right. Final lightning round question. What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't go to karaoke. I really don't. But let's see now. The one song I will sing along with in the car all the time, and this isn't a popular song at all. It's Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, I really appreciate you coming in to sit down with us today. We appreciate all your work that you putting on the Busker Fest for us. And go ahead and give us the rundown one more time. Where, when, where we can find you online, and any parting words that you would like to share.
Sure. Well, okay. Where? Downtown Lawrence, right around 8th in New Hampshire and 8th in Massachusetts. Just come to those streets. You'll find it on May 22nd, Friday, through May 24th, Sunday. To find out schedules and the performers that are going to be there and all the extra stuff, go to lawrencebuskerfest.com and look us up there. Oh, another thing I want you to know, too, is that the Busker Festival was chosen to put on 3 soccer events for the World Cup.
Awesome.
So we're putting on little miniature Busker festivals, and we're bringing in soccer freestyle performers from Europe. These are guys that are breakdancers, acrobats, and soccer players all at once, man. You would not believe the stuff these guys do, but we're gonna We're going to have a stage with them on it, and then local musicians and vendors and artists and soccer activities from Kyle Valley Sporting and other events like that, all soccer related. And once again, it's free to attend. And then following each one, there's a viewing party at a venue nearby.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Richard. Again, we really appreciate you being here, and we will see you Memorial Weekend.
Thank you.
Take care.